Cleaning the feathers, it came in bags, goose feathers with chunks of skin on it and all that, all putrid, you know. So lots of dust around, and there was a little cell that was meant for probably 2 people. There were 3 of us or 4 of us. It was cold there. You couldn't. There was a toilet right next to the door. We had to use the toilet. We had to, you know, to relieve yourself. We had to wash ourselves in the toilet, and we had to drink out of the toilet because we were not given any we were not given any water. In the morning you got a little cup of bitter tea, I mean coffee, and that was it. Otherwise you had shower. Maybe they took you into the shower once every 2 months. We were supposed to be allowed to go out and walk around the yard every other day or so, so maybe once a week, once every 14 days. And the food was completely inadequate. It was so little. I got so weak that I was on the 2nd floor, I believe. So going up the stairway, I couldn't make it. I was climbing, holding on to the railing. I was, once they threw me in the correction, that means into the solitary, because they couldn't prove it. Of course, they did not have to prove anything. They just said I was communicating Morse code through the walls. I was, you know, but they couldn't tell. They just said, okay, you go. And they put me, I think, 14 days in that solitary in the basement. Well, that was real pleasant. That was, you did not have your mat there, nothing during the day, not the blanket. You had just the very light, whatever you had on, shirt and breeches. Otherwise it was ice cold in there. In the morning they gave you a bucket and you had to scrub the floor, the whole floor, so everything was wet. Then the rest of the day you had to stand under the open window at attention, and the snow was coming coming through the window. And lunchtime they opened the door and threw a little bowl of red hot soup or something, you know. You had to gulp it down. You had to, you burned your mouth, because in 2 minutes they were back taking the empty stuff out. And when I came out of it after 14 days, that cold and all that, so every joint when I was moving was cracking.